Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky, and today's video is going to be all about what is most likely to happen next for you. I will have the timing figured out in the description box. Please choose whichever group you're most drawn to. I'm going to get started with group number 1. If you chose the first part, welcome to the reading. Let's get started. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit and we'll see what type of messages come through for you on what's coming up next. Let's see here. What's coming up next for group number 1? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards before I get rambling on too much there with that one. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. What is coming up next for you? Group number 1. Okay. The messages that I'm getting with these cards, okay, I feel that, how do I word this? Okay, there's some type of energy or message coming through here of someone who is very unique and rare and special, or that there's something linked and connected to you, right? That to where that message would resonate. But I feel that you're linked and connected to someone that may be trying to steal your thunder, right? Like there is something that I do feel is noticeable about you, or something about you that's very intriguing to other people. But again, I can't help but feel that, I don't know, you are connected to someone, or there's someone around you that I don't feel is the most supportive. It feels like I don't know, the energy, it's, okay, bare minimum, I just feel like it's someone, again, that's not going to be the most supportive. Because again, there's something unique and special about you that I think really doesn't sit well with someone else. For some of you, and I really hope this is not the case, but I really could take it as far as someone really trying to kind of ruin and taint that energy, right? So there could be someone trying to ruin your reputation, someone trying to ruin something unique and special that you have, that's just about you or linked and connected to you in some type of way. Don't get me wrong, so the messages I'm getting here when I talk about that, again, maybe someone's trying to kind of ruin something for someone, not being happy for them, that sort of thing. Even if someone does try to attempt to do something to kind of ruin you a bit, or in the hopes of having other people not see you in such a great light, good luck to them. It's not going to work. Okay? So just this card alone, the messages linked into this card, it doesn't matter who or what happens linked into this card, right? If someone trying to ruin kind of this precious, unique energy, it can't be ruined. But I do feel like someone, I don't know, is trying to do that, or is going to try to do that. I can't help but feel for group number 1, some of you, I wonder if this isn't a new type of thing, right? Like this type of energy and behavior from others. This might not be, your first time having to deal with that. Because really, this is like a unicorn card. Do you know what I mean? Like this is talking about something that's so rare and unique and special, and something that you don't come across every day, if ever. So I think, it kind of makes sense with this card coming. I'm not that it's right, but I think it makes sense on some level. Because again, if you're so amazing and unique and rare, and there's something so intriguing and special about you, well, I don't know, if someone's not feeling too great about themselves, it's just going to get worse when, right, they're seeing how amazing you are, right? And then they would feel less than. So it's something like that's what I'm getting. I just feel like someone is trying to kind of dull your shine, or I feel like someone is trying to do something so that other people don't see you as like this rare, unique, amazing, wonderful thing that you are. Something like that's what I'm getting. What I get with this card here, this is all about like having hope for a situation or something like that, but not to where you want hope to be your strategy, right? That you want to have some type of plan in place or something like that. So I don't know, like the only message I'm really getting linked into that would be if you are already aware of this energy, not to just hope it's going to maybe go away or hope it's going to get better, because I just feel that, I don't know, and it just feels so unnecessary, right? I just feel like anyone that's in that type of energy, I don't know, all the time and energy that they're spending trying to ruin something amazing that you have going on for yourself or that just is who you are. I don't know, how about they use that time and energy to work on themselves or improve things in their own world? You know what I mean? But I don't know, group number one, I think something's going to come about here where, I don't know, I think people are really going to be like noticing you or recognizing this, just, I don't know, this special thing about you, just who you are, or something like that. Let's see what else comes through here. What is coming up next for group number one? Oh my God. It's basically everything I just said, but we're just looking at a different card. So it is, I feel like there's something going on here where I don't know if there's been certain improvements or something like that that you've made in your life, that you just have worked on yourself, something like that. But I really feel like it's triggering someone. Like I feel like you're connected to someone that I feel like someone is trying to limit someone. Someone's trying to restrict someone, trying to, again, taint their image or do something so that, again, people don't see them in such a high light. It's that type of message coming through here. And I feel too that there could be something going on here where you're linked and connected to someone that's maybe very, very quick. That's maybe very quick to blame you for their shortcomings, right? Or that things, or to why they're not at a certain level. Like it feels like there's blame or something like that, right? So I don't know if someone, what I'm getting a couple different messages here. So again, there's something here about blame, or again, someone feeling less than. But again, instead of spending the time and energy working on themselves, let's just point the finger at someone else and blame, another person for things not, playing out the way that, they wanted it to. There's something, another message I'm getting too, is you could be linked and connected to someone that, okay, I don't know if they're just under the assumption of this or if they try to kind of put this energy out to other people so that they feel that you didn't really work for what you have, right? That you just got lucky. But I don't get that at all in the reading. But I feel like you could be linked and connected to someone that just, I feel like there's something going on here where there's one person. It feels like someone doesn't really want to put the work in, but that's what I'm getting. I feel you're linked and connected to someone that I feel wants what you have. Like they want to look like you, they want your personality, they want your life, like something like that. Because again, there's something unique and rare and different and special about you, either what you look like, your personality, your life, your lifestyle. Like there's just something that's very intriguing. And again, it's something you don't really come across every day. But there's something about that again is making someone else feel less than. And I don't mean to sound harsh here, but that's really that other person's problem. Because to how I'm reading the cards here, you're not doing anything wrong. I feel like you're just living your life. You can't help it that you're amazing and everybody loves you. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, overall, what I'm getting for what's coming up next for you, I feel like you're just going to keep growing and shining and everything's going to be wonderful. And I don't feel like this a negative type of energy coming in, and again, this feeling like someone kind of wants to steal your thunder and kind of downplay whatever it is you've got going on. I don't think that's, how do I word this? Okay, even if it phases you a little bit, but for some of you, I don't even think it will. I think you'll probably just kind of see it for what it is. But even if it does kind of get at you a little bit, it's nothing to where I feel other people are going to side with that person. Okay, so even if at any point in time you're kind of sitting there and being like, well, this kind of sucks, and I don't like the way I feel about this now because of maybe what someone said or did, and you feel like they're not really supportive towards you. And again, and even still, okay, so even if, let me take it back. So even if whoever this person is, if they are maybe kind of talking down to you or talking down about you to other people, something like that, I don't think anyone's going to believe them, is what I'm getting. Because there's something about you, how you're wired, how you go about doing whatever it is that you do, that can't be faked, right? Like, people can sense that I think there's something authentic about you. So even if, again, other people are kind of triggered by whatever it is you've got going on, and they want to say this and say that about it, people will be able to see right through that, linked into the other person, is what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes through. Okay, what is coming up next for group number 1? Oh my gosh, who is this person? Group number 1, who is this person? There's an insulting energy here, is what I'm getting. It's someone, I think someone's jealous of you. That's straight up what I'm getting. Like, there's no other way I can read this. Like, someone is jealous of you, and I feel like they're trying to just, again, like, I don't know, ruin your reputation, taint your image, have people not, again, see you in such a high light. Or again, that they'll try to do something to try to negatively affect your confidence, your self-esteem, something like that's what I'm getting. And it's so intentional. That's what I get with this card. And okay, I'll even word it this way too. So don't get me wrong, maybe for someone's just going to be kind of rude and insulting, but this can also be disguised as a compliment. Don't we love when that happens? That's what I'm getting. This would be where someone, again, they maybe kind of approach you in a way like, oh, they're helping you and they're just trying to help you with this and that, but they slide in, jabby little comments or some type of criticism, but they make it seem like they're helping you, and no. No, they know exactly what they're doing, and I think it very much stems from their own insecurities and a lack of confidence, and so they're just trying to tear you down, is what I'm getting. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card. Let's see what we're dealing with here. What's coming up next for you? Yeah, there's something about this energy. It feels very mundane. It feels like there's not a lot of excitement linked into it. Can't help but kind of feel that that's the other person's energy. And if that's the case, everything I said just, it all fits, right? Because there's a feeling here of someone very much standing out, even if they didn't want to, right? So I feel like there's something about you that even if you wanted to recede into the background and you don't want the spotlight on you and everything like that, too bad, sweetheart, it's happening. There's something about you, your energy, something like that, to where people can't not notice you. But I feel like, again, you could be linked and connected to someone that feels like they don't have anything kind of charismatic about them, and that there's just something, again, it just feels so kind of boring, and that there isn't really much passion or excitement or anything linked in, to this other card. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like someone is feeling a bit jealous and, like I said, just kind of insecure. But yeah, don't let that tear you down. Don't let that stop you. Again, other people, it's like they're going to see through that. Again, if someone is kind of running their mouth or whatever, people are going to see through that. They're going to know the situation for what it really is. Yeah, those are the messages coming through. I hope it made sense. Hope it resonates. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this section, and I'm going to go on to group number 2. Okay, group number 2, welcome to the reading. Just going to shuffle these cards up a little bit, and we'll see what type of messages come through for you on what is coming up next for you. Let's see here. Group number 2, what's coming up for you? Okay, so we've got that card. I'm going to pull a couple more, and then I'll get chatting about them. Okay, let's see here. What is coming up next for you, group number 2? Okay, there's something coming through here where I feel like you're going to be going about things with integrity. Like there's a feeling here of you kind of living your life or going about a certain situation with integrity, in a way that truly resonates with you. And I feel like you're going to be making some type of improvement or improvements with something, is what I'm getting. It feels kind of personal. Like I think it could just be like a personal thing that you're doing to make some type of improvement. I do feel though that you could be linked and connected to someone that doesn't have like the most kind energy. There's a feeling here of someone that is very loving and sweet and compassionate. There's a sweet soul is what I'm getting, but I feel that there's someone kind of taking advantage of that person, of that energy. They're either seeing it as a weakness, or they're just, again, kind of taking advantage of it in some type of way. And I do feel that when it comes to these improvements that I feel, someone's making, I almost feel like that's where this other person is going to come in and maybe criticize you or kind of get a little negative jab in, or just try to kind of get at you in some type of way that I feel is hurtful. But really that's very much stemming from like their own issues, and they're just kind of directing it at you, is what I'm getting, because the overall energy here, it feels very pleasant and consistent. And again, that you're going about things with integrity in a way that just feels right for you. I also feel too, the message coming through here is that whatever it is that you're doing, it's not hurting anybody else. There's something here with these improvements that I feel, for a lot of you, I think they're improvements for yourself, just like your own personal stuff that you're doing. But I feel like, someone may be kind of putting you down a bit, or just getting a little negative jab and not being supportive, of what it is that you've got going on. I cannot stress enough to how I read the cards here to not let that deter you. Don't let that hold you back or keep you down or anything like that, because again, that negative type of energy that I feel is kind of creeping in, that's all linked and connected to another person, their own issues. And yes, it's not right and it's not fair if they're putting that on you, but just kind of for you to see it for what it is and where that's coming from. Because it really has nothing to do with you, right? It's like their own issues and they're just kind of putting it on you, is what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes through here. What's coming up next for you? Yeah, there's a burdensome type of energy here, is what I'm getting. The energy, it feels very heavy. Like I feel like, and I'll pull more cards to kind of see where this goes. But it is a burdensome type of energy. So whether that's just having a lot on your plate, a lot of responsibilities, something like that. Or it could be linked and connected to even like a mental or an emotional burden that you're carrying. Let's see what else comes through here. What's coming up next for you? Yeah, okay, I'm going to pull one more card before I ramble. Yeah, what is coming up next for you? Yeah, what is going on here? Yeah, I don't know. I can't help but feel that maybe this burdensome type of energy. I'm wondering if, again, this is very much stemming from someone else that you're linked and connected to. That it might not really be your energy. Do you know what I mean? Like you might feel it, right? But it's more because someone else is putting that on you. Not that it's like your own thing, that you're responsible for. There's something to where I feel like someone is looking at a situation from a different angle than what you are. And I don't know, like there's something, the energy, it feels challenging. Like there seems to be something here where I feel like someone's trying something and then it fails. And then they try again and it fails. And they try again. Maybe it fails, maybe it works. But it's just that type of message, right? Of it's not like they got it right on the first try. It's a feeling of, you kind of have to keep doing it and it doesn't work and you try again and something like that. But there's something going on here for what's coming up next for you. A message is something that has to do with something that's not better or worse than anything else. It's different. And that's where I'm kind of getting that message where I feel that maybe you and someone else are not looking at something from the same perspective, right? Like there's just a difference in how you're viewing something. And I think that could be creating maybe some type of challenge or difficulty. It's weird because really the message I'm getting here, I feel like all of this challenging type of energy is really linked and connected to someone else, because I'm reading these two cards as your energy. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this energy. It's someone with integrity, someone going about things, again, in a very authentic way. It's someone who's very consistent, right? It's like, what you get with that person. And then again, just someone who's actually trying to make improvements, right? Like trying to just do anything to make something better than what it was before. And in doing so, they're not going about it in a way that's hurting anybody. But again, you're linked and connected to someone that, I don't know, doesn't see it that way, or that I don't know if these improvements that I feel you're going to be making, or maybe you're kind of in the midst of that, if there's something linked and connected to that negatively affects this other person. But if that's the case, that's where this card comes in, right? To where they would need to be looking at it from a different perspective. It's not better or worse than anything. It's just different. And really, to how I read it when I take it back to this card, it's a feeling that is really none of their business. Because they may feel that it negatively affects them, but it truly doesn't. I think there could just be something going on here that whatever you've got going on, maybe it's just highlighting back to the other person something that they're lacking, right? And so they just feel kind of triggered, don't like the way they feel about it, and so maybe they're kind of getting at you. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of this challenging energy coming through in the reading, I don't know, I feel like it's not your energy. Let's see what else we get here. What is coming up next for group number 2? What is going on here? Okay. Something to do with, again, someone feeling very hurt, like within a connection or based on a certain situation. But it wasn't intentional. So again, kind of similar message to link it back to what I just said, right? That I don't know if, again, you're going to go about something in a certain way. Yeah, maybe doesn't sit well with someone or ends up hurting them. But there's no ill intent here. Like, so again, whatever you've got going on here, it's a feeling that, okay, for some of you, this could be linked and connected to where someone does feel very hurt by how things play out, but that's not to be put on you, is what I'm getting. Because again, I feel like your heart's in the right place, is what I'm getting. So again, even if the pain's real and everything like that, everything else linked and connected to it wasn't an intentional thing to hurt anybody. Okay, let's see what else we get here. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card for this section, and we'll see what else we get here for what's coming up next for you. Okay, I'm wondering if you are linked and connected to someone that maybe they feel that you have outgrown them, or that you are kind of in the process of that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you're linked and connected to someone that's just trying to kind of restrict you, hold you back in some type of way. Because I feel you're making positive changes and that things are kind of moving in the right direction for you. But there is a feeling here of someone, yeah, just like I said, kind of getting at you or trying to hold you back in some type of way. I don't know, just really what I'm getting is for you to just stay in this energy of integrity. You know what I mean? Like that's because I don't know, what I'm getting is that yes, there could be stuff going on here that doesn't sit well with someone else. But if you're going about things in a way that you're living your life with integrity, you're doing what resonates with you, you're living with authenticity. I don't know, the way I read it, I mean, if you're linked and connected to someone that's not wanting you to live your life that way, I don't know, that says a lot, doesn't it? So I don't know, those are the messages that I'm getting. I don't know, really, the guidance I'm getting here, it's for you to just keep being awesome, keep growing, keep improving. Don't let other people, energies, or situations hold you back. Because yeah, I I don't know. Again, all the challenging energy, I definitely feel it's linked and connected to someone else. I think you're well on your way, but I feel like there's someone that is maybe trying to kind of limit your progress, something like that. Okay, so those are the messages coming through for group number 2. I hope they resonated with you. Hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching that section, and I'm going to go on to group number 3. Okay, group number 3, welcome to the reading. I'm just going to shuffle these cards up a little bit, and we'll see what type of messages come through for you on what's coming up next. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards and we'll see what else comes out here. Okay, let's see here. What is coming up next for you? Group number 3. Okay. Okay. Kind of the first message that's really kind of standing out to me here is you may be linked and connected to someone that's giving you selfish advice. And I feel that if that's the case, it's most likely stemming from that person having very strong thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about anything. There's a feeling here of someone's belief system being very, very strict and rigid and confining. You know, it is what it is, you know, and there's no room to wiggle around within it, you know. It just seems very, very set, and strict and rigid. And so I feel like that's where this advice is stemming from. But again, it feels very limiting. So there could be something about it that doesn't really truly resonate with you, but maybe based on who it's coming from, like maybe you feel that their opinion or their guidance holds more weight, than maybe what you think and feel about something, or what someone else would think and feel about anything. There's a strong message here about you needing to trust your intuition. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's someone that you've always went to for advice and guidance. It doesn't matter if it's someone that, you place on a pedestal. If they tell you something and it doesn't truly resonate with you, right? Or maybe only certain aspects of it do, take what feels right and discard the rest. You don't have to take on anything that doesn't really truly feel right for you just because you're linked and connected to someone that maybe you think that they sit higher than you, or that they're in some type of position of advantage over you that places them in a position to be giving you guidance that you feel you should just take on blindly. What else am I getting here? For what's coming up next for you, I'm going to pull more cards, but there's something to do with something that I feel you've put a lot of time, effort, love, and hard work into something, is what I'm getting. There's a very long-term energy, or being very patient with someone or something. And I feel like that patience, that's stemming from the love that you do have, right? It's like the love that you have for someone or something is what keeps you going and keeps you consistent in what it is you're doing to make it a long-term thing. So yeah, just something about, putting a lot of time, effort, and hard work and love into something. Let's see what else comes through. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more. Okay, the cards are going everywhere. Let's try this again. Okay. What is coming up next for you? Okay, so for what's coming up next for you, I feel like you're taking your power back. I feel like you're taking your happiness back. Sadie, no, don't start barking. Sweet pea, you're okay. So what I'm getting with these cards, I feel like you're linked and connected to someone that I don't know if they really have your best interest at heart, is what I'm getting. I almost feel like, even to take it back to this card here, kind of the selfish advice, that sort of thing. What I'm getting with these cards, it's a feeling of someone intentionally giving you bad advice because it benefits them. That's what I'm getting. Or that you could be linked and connected to someone that is feeling a bit jealous or envious, something like that. So then it could be where, again, if you go to them for guidance or anything like that, they may be, again, telling you what they think you should do because it's what they think. Yeah, it's what they think you should do based on, because again, it's going to benefit them or make them feel better within a situation. I feel like, and I don't know, I'm not sure if something will come about to where you do become aware of this energy, and then it could be where it's like a deal breaker for you then. There does seem to be something that's going to come about here that does feel kind of final, or it feels like, again, there's no gray areas. It's right or wrong, yes or no, good or bad, something like that. So it could be that, again, you kind of reach that point, you take your power, your happiness back, you're going to go about things in a way that resonates with you, and if other people don't get it, well, that's on them, not on you. Another message I am getting, though, if we take it back to these cards here, again, it brings in that type of energy again of something that's very strict and rigid. But I feel like, again, that's going back to this other person that I feel is maybe very set in their ways. And so they're kind of putting that on you, right? Because again, if someone is very much in that energy of just having very strict, rigid beliefs about things, it's almost a feeling of someone being like, well, for me to be right, you need to be wrong. And so this is the best advice and guidance, and you need to do this. And if you don't, you're wrong. But that's a complete lie. Okay, so if you do find yourself in that type of situation with someone, please see it for what it is. Because I feel like there's a lot more going on underneath the surface to where someone's just being selfish. Like, I just feel like they don't have your best interest at heart. See. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Yeah, what is coming up next for you? Okay. I'm wondering if you... Okay. I feel like there's something that you're passionate about, or something that you're very connected to on an emotional level, or feeling very drawn to someone, something on an intuitive level. But again, it's a feeling that whatever this thing is that you're so drawn to, or that you would want to put a lot of time, energy, and effort into, again, I feel like it's not sitting well with someone else that you're connected to. But to how I'm reading the cards, I feel like that person doesn't have a leg to stand on. Like, how do I word what I'm getting here? It's not your fault or your problem that someone else has a very strict, rigid belief system, right? And that they're trying to push that on you. Like, I don't know, like the energy that I'm getting here linked back into you, it's extremely positive. Like, I feel like you're living your life, you're doing your thing. And yeah, I feel like someone's trying to, like restrict you and kind of hold you back. And I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for this section, and we'll see what else we get for messages here. What is coming up next for you? Okay, I love it that this card came out. Okay, whatever it is, okay, that you've got going on, group number 3, that again, I feel your heart's in it, right? It's like you're putting time, energy, and effort into something. So again, whether it's a connection, a job, a hobby, just some other random thing, it doesn't matter. The message I'm getting here, it's for you to keep doing that. Like, follow your heart. Do what your heart tells you. Not whoever's linked into this card, right? And their strict, rigid way of going about things, right? You don't have to... What I'm getting here is you don't have to live your life based on, like, rules and beliefs and whatnot that other people put on you. Like, yeah, people may do that, but you don't have to accept it. Like, you don't have to go along with it. If it doesn't feel right for you, then it's not for you. And again, really anybody that I feel would try to limit you from something that truly makes your heart happy and resonates with you on a deep level emotionally, someone that's trying to restrict you from being happy and having love in your life, I'm sorry, but you are not the problem. Like, that's what I'm getting here. So I don't know. I'm really happy with this card coming out, because I feel like what's coming up next for you is you taking your power and your happiness back. For some of you, I wonder if whoever this person is, if you've been kind of linked and connected to them for quite some time, right? And maybe that's where the difficulty is, in kind of distancing yourself, separating yourself from their energy in some type of way. Because again, maybe you do have a strong bond or connection to this person, but I don't care if you've known them for a million years. If they start, again, kind of giving you selfish advice or not really having your best interests at heart, that needs to be taken seriously, taken into consideration. And again, for you to take your power back, which I definitely feel that you're going to be doing. So yeah, those are the messages coming through for group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching. And that's it. I'm going to go away now.